Tales from the Block Episode 4, The New Era Begins. The clouds over Plymouth were heavy, the sky painted in washed-out greys. Rain tapped steadily against the window panes of Home Park, but David Fox was smiling. Friday, he told the chairman, "I think we've got our man." Now, with the weekend behind him, he walked into his office for the first time as head of football operations with genuine purpose. The room was newly furnished, crisp white walls, Argyle green accents, and a clean modern desk facing a panoramic window. Just beyond, the pitch stretched out in pristine condition, not a blade out of place. The calm before the League One storm. David sat down, took a breath, and smiled again. His phone buzzed.
Hey, Mom.
David? How are you, my son? I still can't believe you're in charge of all this football business now. I didn't ask before. Have you got your own office then? Do you get one of those fancy car park spaces? It wasn't that long ago when I remember you playing there. Dad and I are so proud of you, David.
Hey, Mom. Can I call you back later this week? Things are a bit hectic at the minute.
Yes, I know. I know you're looking for your new manager, right?
A smile comes to David's face. He's been so busy since the appointment, he hasn't got round to speaking to his mum since the news.
Have you signed anyone yet? You can tell me. I won't tell the papers. I know what that little bold man can be like. What's his name again? Works for the Evening Herald, I think.
Mom, behave. Anyway, it's a new head coach, not manager.
Oh, fine. But I just want to say I'm proud of you. Look at you. Next stop, match of the day with Des Lynam.
Ha, yeah, something like that. Thanks, Mom. I've got to go. Love you and say hi to Dad for me.
Far from the Devon coast, in a sleek glass-panelled apartment high above Manchester's skyline, Tom Cleverley stood barefoot in his kitchen. The air smelled of fresh coffee and indecision. The apartment was everything you'd expect. Clean lines, polished floors, tasteful art, a reflection of someone who'd had success and was now seeking a second act. His phone rang. It was his agent, Paul, from Unique Sports Group.
Tom, morning. Big question. You had the weekend. What's your gut saying about Argyle?
Honestly, it's a great club, good people, but I just got my fingers burned at Watford. I don't want to jump into anything. I need to know they believe in this.
You know they do. You've seen the structure they've built. Fox and Parkinson have a plan.
Alright, I think I'm sold, but I need to speak to someone first. I'll check in with you later.
Later that day, Tom made his way across town to a private lounge bar. Waiting for him, pint of cider in hand, was his old mate, Wayne Rooney.
Tommy, look at you, mate. You look like someone who's actually been sleeping.
Trying to. Listen, I'm looking at Argyle.
Yeah, I know. Great club. Loved it there. Just didn't work out for me. Nance is a gem. Nikki the cleaner used to leave chocolate digestives on my desk for me.
Seriously?
Dead serious. Loved the place.
They chatted for an hour, old memories, new fears, half plans. As they stood to leave, Wayne gave Tom a nudge.
Go for it. Great club. Great area. Oh, and the Barbican is mental.
Yeah, I remember. You never could sing.
Tom headed back to his apartment. On the way, he called his agent Paul. He didn't answer, so Tom left a voice message that simply said, "Let's do this. Make it happen." Tuesday morning, David sat at his desk, anxiously checking his watch. Logged into a Zoom call with Andrew Parkinson, who joined from his office at home in Liverpool. Simon Hallett's square appeared from Chicago, framed by the distant buzz of a city still asleep. They discussed the TST tournament event in the States and how well the team did that represented Argyle for the first time. Killing time as they waited for 10 a.m. and the official start time of the call, David tapped his pen nervously.
It's 5 past. You think he's changed his mind?
Before anyone could answer, Tom and Paul appeared on screen.
Morning, gentlemen,
said Tom, not even acknowledging being late. The meeting began. They discussed further, structure, support, ambitions. Tom really wanted to be sure they were true to what they said first time round, and he wanted to hear it from Simon himself this time. As they finished discussing everyone's points, David leaned forward.
So, Tom, are you on board? Can we welcome you as our new head coach?
Yes, absolutely.
Cheers, claps, nods of approval followed. As Tom and Paul left the call, Simon added,
David, you're only just in the role. And look, you've got your first head coach appointment. Great work. Now just ensure you don't have to deal with too many of these now, okay?
Over the next 48 hours, the club sprang to life. David barely left his office, tying up contracts, confirming staffing support. The media team prepared rollout plans, interview backdrops, social media posts. Charlie Price, with a spring in his step, excited for this announcement and to interview Tom Cleverley. Everything had to be right. Friday was going to be the day. Elsewhere, the fans were starting to get impatient, wondering when Argyle would make this appointment. More and more names dropping into the betting odds. Even Derek Adams, who was manager when Simon took over the club, and ex-captain and club legend Paul Watton, who is managing Torquay United just up the road, the second biggest team in Devon. As days went by and more names creating discussion points on social media on Thursday, John Percy of The Telegraph dropped a post that Tom Cleverley was the front-runner for the position. Fans now believing the announcement was in sight. 5 o'clock today, one said, it's going to be Cleverley. The Green Army on social media were getting excited again. Please, let's get this done, another cried. 5 o'clock came and went and no announcement. Friday came. It was 7 p.m. Cameras clicked. Voices echoed. Fans refreshed their feeds. Tom Cleverley stepped into the home park press room, Argyle badge on his chest, flanked by David Fox and Andrew Parkinson. Relief and excitement spilled across the room. Journalists fired questions on selection process, tactics, vision, learning from past mistakes. How would the new Argyle look under Tom Cleverley? Then Chris Errington forced his way with the all-important question.
What was the deciding factor for you, Tom?
Tom smiled.
I asked an old friend his view, and that sealed it. And that old friend, he might be joining me as my assistant.
Tom stood, grinned, nodded to the room and left. Was he serious? No. He couldn't. Was Tom Cleverley really bringing Wayne Rooney back to home park? You've been listening to Tales from the Block, Episode 4, The New Era Begins. A quick note about our scenes. Elements of this episode have been fictionalized and dramatized for storytelling. Other elements are used to reference current events. The Block 9 brings you this weekly episode in the series. Written and produced by Mike, the Crazy Pilgrim, with the help of AI. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and you can find out more about The Block 9 on all social channels and theblock9.co.uk. Thank you for listening.